6 signs you have a spiritual husband or a spiritual wife. You know, the issue of spiritual husband or wife is something that a lot of persons do not want to talk about. We act like we are oblivious of the fact that this particular thing actually exists. You know, when you have a spiritual husband or a spiritual wife, a lot of things will begin to go wrong in your life. You genuinely know that there is a personality in your life, but you do not understand what exactly that personality is doing there or what it stands for. This video will open your eyes and draw you deep into the understanding and make you aware of the things happening within your life. But please, before we go into this particular timely video, if you know that you have not subscribed, liked or shared this particular video, please do wait to like, to share and comment on this particular video so that the algorithm can be favorable to this video and other persons will see this video and be blessed just like you are about to be blessed. What are these 6 signs that prove that you might have a spiritual husband or a spiritual wife? You know, this particular video you're about to watch is a big revelation that God wants to use to deliver a lot of persons. Now, the number 1 sign is having sex in the dream with a particular personality and feeling its touch in the physical realm. What am I trying to say? You are trapped in that situation where you know that your life is messed up. Every time in your dream you are having a recurring sexual activity or sexual intercourse with a particular personality in your dream. It could be a female personality, it could be a male personality, but somehow you are fully aware of the existence of this particular personality. I mean, even when this thing occurs, the touch is so real that you can feel it physically. And sometimes you are sitting down and when this personality comes around, you know that there is a personality coming around. You physically know that this sexual activity is not fantasies of the dream. Neither is it the one of these things that happen as a result of body change or growth. You know that this one is very spiritual. You know that this personality is real. Then it can be, or there's every possibility that is a spiritual husband or a spiritual wife. Now, a spiritual husband or a spiritual wife does not give alarm to you to let you know that they are in your life. They only gives you signs that make you understand that there is something off spiritually around your territory. And now when you fail to take note of these signs, you discover that every other thing will begin to fall apart. Why? Because of the personality of the wrong being in your life. It is important you understand that the presence of this particular person or the presence of this spiritual person serves as a very big obstruction to anything that has to do with relationship in your life. Now, the second sign is avoidance by men or women. What am I trying to say? You are developed, you are amazing, you are beautiful, you are even placed highly in different places, but you discover that the persons who are supposed to be your wife or your suitors or the persons who are supposed to be your husbands are just avoiding you. Whenever you take interest in a person, the person suddenly begins to avoid you. These persons do no longer like you or do no longer care about you. There is no misunderstanding or anything, but they just keep avoiding you, and you're wondering what exactly is the problem. See, as long as there is a spiritual husband or wife in your life, it is important that you understand that anybody that wants to serve as a symbol of physical relationship, they will definitely avoid you. This is because of the wrong personality that is in your life. It is important you also understand that these persons are not avoiding you because they basically know that there is a spiritual husband in your life or there is a spiritual wife in your life, but they are avoiding you by virtue of the circumstances that happens to them whenever they come close to you. The reason for the avoidance is by virtue of their own personal experience. Now, it is funny because these persons will not tell you the things they go through. They will not tell you the experiences they are having. They will not tell you the pain that your presence in their life is causing them, or the thing they are losing. Some of them, by virtue of knowing you or becoming close to you or proposing marriage to you, they end up losing their jobs. They end up losing their family members. They end up things just begin to turn sour. And when they go to places where revelations are being poured out, they are told that you are the problem. You are not actually the problem. The problem is the personality that has been attached to you. The problem is the personality in your life that is the problem, that do not want you to be attached to any other person. So remember to realize that anybody that proposes marriage to you, remember to realize that you begin to love someone and the person begins to come close to you, and all of a sudden this person suddenly begins to avoid you like a plague, tells you of a truth that they are avoiding you and you can do nothing about it, and you are wondering, this is a regular occurrence over and over again. The first time, the second time, the third and the fourth time, it's always happening. It is an indication that there might be a spiritual husband or wife in your life. Now, the third sign is never working marital relationships. Never working marital relationships. This particular one happens when this person stubbornly go into relationship without looking for solutions to their particular problem. They discover that maybe sometimes the relationship is as a result of intentional decision that I must put an end to this, but you have not really genuinely got to God and look for a solution for this, and you see them end up getting married. When they get married, and then this relationship is never going to work. As long as you have not found a solution to it, it's never going to work. And I see them breaking up this relationship over and over again. Sometimes what breaks this relationship are things that ordinarily should not even break a relationship. These are things that when you look at it, you're wondering, why should a whole marriage end because of this, on a basis of this? Now, this marriage is not ending because of this. It is ending by virtue of the Spirit sponsoring these particular things. Never working marital relationships. Now, your relationships are always never working. Some of you discover that your marriage always breaks off when it's close to engagement. I'm not saying that this is a sure sign that you might be having a spiritual husband or wife, but there are exceptional situations whereby every single time you are almost engaged, the marriage is always breaking up. You are there, you have won this engagement ring for more than 7 years, and this person is not even looking forward to getting married to you. Now, every single time the person tries to engage you, different persons have tried to engage you, and it's never working. In fact, I've gone to the point where your parents have told you that at this point, I don't even think you need engagement at all. Let the person just come and pay the bride price. But it is never still working. You have tried different means, different things just serve as an obstruction. Even in your marriage, different things are serving as obstruction. You are just there. You discover that there is just this stumbling block that is always scattering every single marital relationship that you are almost entering into, or even while you stubbornly enter the marriage without looking for solution. You discover that this marriage just comes to an abrupt end. Sometimes the partner just wake up in the morning and be like, I don't think I can continue again with this marriage. Why can't you continue? There is something telling me that you are not the one for me, and you're wondering what exactly is the problem. It could be an indication that you might be having a spiritual husband or a spiritual wife. And it's not a time for you to just give up on yourself. It's the time for you to genuinely go to God in prayer and allow God to help you. There are strategies, there are ways to go about these things, and allow God to genuinely break you free from this particular thing. Fourth sign is unusual death or sickness of partner. Unusual death or sickness of partner. Now, this particular one is very, very much important. You discover that the moment you enter into a relationship with the person just suddenly start having terminal illness. The person just suddenly becomes so sick. This person never had this one before, but by virtue of this relationship, the person is having it. The person never had this, and some is even very extreme that you get married to a person. These persons they have gotten married before, and the wife dies. You get married the second time, the wife dies. Get married the third time, the woman still dies. Why? It is just because of the spirit that is in charge in that particular marriage. The spiritual husband that the woman has, or the spiritual wife that the man has. Unusual death or terminal illnesses. You discover that each time you enter into a relationship, the person just suddenly becomes sick. But when the relationship goes off, the person is healed, and the person is wondering, are you the reason for my problem? You don't see this thing happen over and over again. You have lost more than 4 relationships by virtue of this particular problem, and then even marriages have come to an abrupt end. Every single 1 year after your marriage, you are losing your husband. Every single 6 months after your marriage, you are losing your wife. It's an indication that there is a personality who wants you alone as a husband, who wants you alone as a wife. That you have to come to that point where you take the life of other person seriously and do not want to end the life of another person, which is you have to intentionally come to the root of the problem. Come to the root of that particular problem. Get solution before you destroy the life of another person. You have to come to that point where this means a lot to you. When this is reoccurring, when there is a reoccurring pattern in your life, it is an indication that there is either a spirit sponsoring that recurring pattern. So the problem is the spirit might be a good one, which is the spirit of the Lord sponsoring a good recurring pattern, or the spirit might be a wrong one, which is the spirit from the pit of hell sponsoring a dirty recurring pattern in your life. You have to come to the understanding of what this pattern stands for and how you can get solution from that particular problem. The fifth sign is dreams and warnings. Dreams and warnings. Yes, when you have a spiritual husband or you have a spiritual wife, one of the things that this spirit will sponsor is dreams. You discover that your partner will start having dreams about you. Your partner will start having dirty dreams about you. Your partner will start having evil dreams about you. At some point, your partner will begin to see you as the person destroying them. Your partner will begin to have wicked dreams. Your partner will like, I cannot explain how you should understand, though. I just pray you understand the best way you can. But then, these dreams are not the usual dreams. They are just dreams that are suggestive that your partner should leave you. They are dreams that can only mean one thing, that your partner should not be with you. Your partner keeps telling you, I don't like the kind of dreams I'm having. But the funny thing is that they cannot even do anything about the dream. As long as they are with you, the dreams are recurring. Now, the system or the strategy why these dreams are happening is because the devil wants to inflict fear inside of the mind of your partner. This spirit is the one sponsoring this particular thing. It's sponsoring fear. And the moment your partner is engulfed with fear, it opens him up or opens that up to be manipulated by the pit of hell. It opens that up to be manipulated by the enemy. Now, this fear is a major key to that. This fear is a major way they get your partners. Now, these dreams are intentional, strategically positioned towards destroying that particular relationship. Now, the moment your partner is having a weird dream, and these dreams is just like dreams of another personality warning him to stay away from you. Dreams of warning, telling them to stay away from you. It is an indication that there is another personality that is making claims over you. There's another personality that is making claims over you, that wants you. And as long as you and your husband or your wife is sexually active in that particular relationship, you will discover that it is going to be very, very slim for that partner to survive. Now, that is why you need God. That is why you need God to break free from that particular thing. And that is why you have to be intentional with God helping you and your partner. Now, the sixth sign is torment, unrest, and torture. Torment, unrest, and torture. Where you are in a relationship and all of a sudden, the both of you do not have peace. The both of you are not having peace. Every night there is always torment. Every night there is unrest. Every night there is torture, spiritual torture, physical torture. Everything is turning upside down. Your marriage was working fine. All of a sudden, business is crumbling, health is crumbling, life is crumbling. Poverty from these different places engulfs you and your partner. Everything just turns upside down. Your everything was working well till you met that woman. Everything was working well till you met that man. And you are like, God, what kind of a problem is this? Unrest, torture, everywhere is scattered. It is also an indication that there might be a personality laying claim to your partner. Now, you have to come together as a family, put your hands together, and allow God fight through this situation. It is not something that deliverance cannot do. It is not something that mindset shifts cannot do. It is something that God can transform you. God can help you and set you free. I want to believe that God is going to set someone free here after watching this particular video. I want to believe that God is prepared to help a person. But please, I know this video blessed your life. I would like to read your comments. I would like to hear your experiences and how much God wants to help you and how you think God can help you in the comment section. But please don't forget to also like, to share this particular video so that other persons too can see this video and be blessed, and subscribe also to be notified whenever I post more video. May the good Lord bless you.